But in motion, the roof of the South of Vietnam, a complex of historical, cultural relics and famous landscape of the whole country, with a system of caves and natural landscapes combined with religious architectures, along with the direction of tourism development towards green tourism. To develop tourism on the principle of respecting and protecting natural resources and the environment, to develop eco-friendly tourism, on half painted a natural picture, which is both poetic, becoming a symbol of the dynamic and developing TayNinhTV. This is also an interesting destination for tourism of returning to the roots, spiritual tourism, and ecotourism. In recent years, with the attention, orientation, and facilitation of provincial leaders, with the participation and investment of Suncorp, one of the leading corporations in tourism, resort, and entertainment in Vietnam, but in motion in TayNinhTV has really been awakened with a spectacular makeover, rising to become one of the attractive destinations of the country. The combination is that since the COVID-19 pandemic was under control, society entered a new normal life. But Motion has continuously been the leading tourist destination in the country in terms of attracting visitors, in which the highlight of attracting tourists is set for the world-class religious architectures, achieving an excellent record. It is the landscape, nature, and wonderful climate at the top of the mountain that have conquered many tourists from everywhere. At important meetings of the province on tourism development, Chairman of TayNinhTV Provincial Appeals Committee Nguyễn Thanh Ngọc has repeatedly affirmed that the authorities and people of TayNinhTV are very interested in preserving and protecting the environment, especially the tourism environment. This is to ensure sustainable development in the common goal of TayNinhTV Province and Bà Mountain National Tourist Area. The province aims to develop tourism into a spearhead economic sector, raise awareness and research of green tourism, investing human resources, conserve and enhance natural and cultural resources. And the important solution to achieve these goals is to develop eco-friendly tourism products, minimize impacts on the environment. According to the policy of the province, it is oriented to develop into a spearhead economic sector, developing tourism based on the rational exploitation of natural resources, human resources, and culture of the locality. In the process of performing its duties, the management board always properly implements strategies on environmental protection and at the same time has specific plans for the planting and protection of forest, landscape, and trees, where managed environmental infrastructure, encourage and guide people and service businesses to collect and treat waste in a specific and reasonable manner. The goal of Suncorp is to beautify the lands, therefore, in parallel with the construction of right works, leaving a timeless mark. We always respect and protect nature in the area of Bà Mountain. When visitors come here, they will often encounter ancient and research trees, which still kept at the foot of the mountain and the temple hall area. Before construction, we always calculate how when designing will expand the space, make it easier for guests to travel, and at the same time will keep the tree stump and stone slabs that have existed for many generations. Today, construction works will be based on the natural terrains completely without changing the shape of the mountain. Since 2017, Suncorp has officially funded capital and invested in TayNinhTV, in which the main goal is to develop Bà Mountain National Tourist Area into one of the national and international class tourist areas. In order to realize this plan, with the permission of all levels and functional sectors, Suncorp has focused on renovating and building at many locations in the campus of tourist area. At the foot of the mountain, Suncorp has invested in building the world's largest cable car station, along with a system of two model cable cars. On the top of the mountain, many landscape works and Buddhist architecture are also invested in construction, such as the largest bronze Buddha statue in Asia, located on the top of the mountain, Buddhist Art Gallery. Along with this development, the preservation of the natural landscape, as well as the protection of the green space for the entire tourist area, are always concerned by Suncorp. As proof, many Asian trees on the top of the mountain are still preserved intact. Flower gardens, miniatures, etc. are continuously cared for and expanded. The periodic flower change will be done quickly. This is an attraction for tourists to visit Baden Mountain Mall. We have a nursery at the foot of the mountain. There are many varieties of trees planted here and provide 70% of the flowers for the whole mountain, attracting a large number of tourists to visit. However, the environment and hygiene in the whole tourist area is always guaranteed. Cleaning staff are arranged at most of the pickup points and regularly clean. Green, clean, beautiful criteria are always put on the top. Trash cans are also scattered throughout the tourist area. These trash cans are designed to be eco-friendly and harmonize with the landscape and common space of buildings and architecture. This has brought many convenience to visitors who do not have to go too far to put garbage in the right place. They are also regularly collected, ensuring the beauty and not affecting the process of visiting and immersing in nature of tourists. In the campus of tourist area, there are also many goods and services using eco-friendly fuels. In particular, the highlight at the main gate area of the tourist area is the building to welcome visitors operated by wind energy. Or the sector bus services within the campus of tourist area are also operated by electric energy, contributing to reducing emissions into the environment. To ensure environmental hygiene, Sunworld Baden Mountain has also announced the restriction of bringing food and water into the tourist area. However, in order for tourists to get used to this green tourism culture, currently the tourist area is focusing on propaganda and reminders. In the coming time, this will be done more strictly. Particularly, the system of food and beverage shops inside the tourist area also tests environmental rotation criteria as its operating motor on half-listed prices, weekly origin and environmentally friendly, in which it focuses on using and creating conditions for the development of local materials. In addition, Sunworld Baden Mountain and Baden Mountain National Tourist Area Management Board also regularly check and remind for service counters to keep their surroundings clean. Do not litter indiscriminately, polluting the environment, creating a good impression of the green, clean, beautiful, and friendly image of the tourist area in the hearts of tourists. Along with developing the tourist area and serving visitors, a human beauty has been implemented and maintained by Sunworld at Baden Mountain Tourist Area, which is launched among all employees to regularly clean the campus of the tourist area. Activities are held regularly every Friday. Every 6 a.m. on staff in the resort are present at Baden Cable Car Station. Then they spread throughout the tourist area to collect and clean up on trash cans that some unaware tourists left behind. On average, for each launch like this, hundreds of kilograms of waste are collected and treated in a timely manner. To reduce the impact of visitors on the environment, garbage will be collected and transported below daily. And every Friday, Sunworld TayNin will organize a Green Day program for officials and employees to pick up trash at the footpaths as well as at the cliffs. With perseverance and practical activities, Baden Mountain is now considered the most beautiful and clean spiritual tourist destination in the country. Along with the activities of garbage collection and environmental sanitation launched by Sunworld, many groups of young people and youth union organizations also organize many activities combining the returning to the roots, mountain climbing, sports with environmental protection, in which two popular routes chosen by young people to carry out activities are Electric Pro Road and Baden Pagoda Road. Most of the volunteers participating in this activity have a stable job, so the time of garbage collection is not fixed. In terms of schedule and number of participants, those who have time come to the mountain, collect garbage and bring it down, so there are times when a large group is involved, but sometimes there are a few people. More or less, there is still a certain amount of garbage that is brought down the mountain. In addition, these groups of volunteers also install many signs showing where to dispose of garbage in accordance with regulations and place trash cans along both sides of the road. This is very important in environmental protection. Previously, we had only a small group to join together with the desire to clean up garbage in Ba Đen Mountain. Later, this work was spread to many people and we connected together. In order to facilitate more members to know, we have set up a fan page so that everyone can register and participate. Developing green sustainable tourism, this is the inevitable development chain of the global tourism industry, but Ba Đen Mountain National Tourist Area has also been and will continue to develop tourism along with environmental protection. For this work to be carried out effectively on level sectors, business community and each citizen need to join hands and create a green environment for the sustainable development of the tourism industry with the most practical actions coming from the smallest and has the greatest responsibility to the community and society.